remember quick.
AKS? Alright, so we're going to do a little bit of a limber up stretch before we get going with our Pilates session. So the limber up stretch will work all of those prime movers, bearing in mind that underneath of the prime movers we've got all the stabilizers, which will be our focus for today's Pilates session. Right, so let's reach out with the right leg. Good. Extend your arms out to the side. Let's lean over to the left. Stretch the right arm all the way out to the left. Get some length from your fingertips on the left arm. Good. That's it. And all the way out to the fingertips on the right arm. And down to your foot on the right. Excellent. Then let's reach up. And again with the left arm, all the way over your head. And look out at the fingers on that left arm as you stretch it out to the right. That's fantastic. Excellent. Okay, both arms up, out to the side. Let's turn to the left-hand side. That's it. And then place your left hand on your left foot and reach your right arm back. Press your pelvis forward. That's superb. Get as much stretch into your hip flexors, the front as you can. Good. And then up. Awesome. So we're going to turn to the right. So we'll take the right hand to the left heel, rest on it. There'll be a little bit more of a stretch as you reach back with the left arm. And now keeping your right hand on your left heel, I'd like you to reach your left arm all the way over down to your right ankle. And take your time as you bring your forehead, and preferably your chin, towards your knee. So you'll feel a really good stretch into the back of the leg. Then drop that left elbow to the mat and stretch your right arm up nice and high. Try to keep your chin on your knee. That's excellent. But don't stress if you're not good. Good. Take your right hand down to your right ankle. Excellent. Breathe in, both arms up. Fantastic. You should be feeling good on that side anyway.
Yeah.
So let's extend the left leg out to the side and the arms outstretched. And we're going to do exactly the same. So we're going to reach over to the right. Create length between the hand and the shoulder. And then up to the fingertips on the left arm. As you reach over your head, out to your right. That's it, fantastic. Okay, so let's go up and reach that right arm all the way out to the left, looking out at your right hand. And resting your left forearm on your left thigh. Perfect. And up, breathe in. Excellent, so we're going to turn to the right. Rest your right hand on your right heel. Great. Remember to press your pelvis forward to get a good stretch in the hip flexors. Reach back with that left arm. Great, and up. Alright, so we're going to turn to the left-hand side and place your right hand, left hand, beg your pardon, on your right heel. Stretch your right arm back. You should feel a greatly amplified stretch into the hip flexors on
Absolutely.
the right. Good. So now let's take that right hand down to the left ankle, bringing your chin or your forehead towards your knee. You don't have to get there. As long as you feel good stretch in the back of the left leg. Press your left elbow, your right elbow down towards the mat, and reach up high with that left arm. Nice and high. Good. And then take your left hand to your left ankle, breathing up, leaving position. Excellent. Right, okay, so we're going to work all the internal stabilizers, and those muscles are called the internal stabilizing system. So as opposed to the prime movers, which we're stretching now, the internal stabilizers are typically much shorter muscles. They don't require a huge amount of stretch because they don't stretch a lot, but instead they are there to support so that the prime movers, those external peripheral muscles, the larger muscles, can do their job by moving the limbs. So we're going to focus now on the muscles that stabilize the joints so that they can be moved from a stable platform by the prime movers. So we'll lie back, extending the arms downwards, fingertips pointing towards the heels, and we're going to do a very simple exercise which is called pelvic curl to begin with. So this is going to illustrate how we should be breathing. I'd like you to breathe in through your nose. As you do so, keep your spine, we call it imprinted, so flattened on the mat. Ribs will expand naturally to the side. And then as we exhale, I want you to imagine that you're blowing up a balloon. So your lips will be pursed, and you'll blow slowly out through your pursed lips, and then breathe in through your nose. So the movement is going to be a spinal curl, and we're going to literally peel one vertebra at a time up off the mat, and then press the hips up, and then we're going to breathe in to prepare for movement, and exhale as we engage the abdominals, press the hips, and re-imprint the spine back on the mat. So, keeping the arms outstretched, elbows are down, shoulder blades are down. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and exhale as you peel from your sacrum all the way up, coccyx, up to the thoracic vertebrae, and then exhale, pressing all the way upwards with the pelvis, engaging the glutes, which are prime movers, deep inside pelvic, all of your muscles in the pelvic area. You're going to breathe in and exhale down. Again, returning each vertebra one at a time to the mat, re-imprinting on the mat. Excellent. Let's repeat that again. Breathe in through your nose. Exhale as you curl the spine from the coccyx all the way up to the shoulder blades. Press upwards, engage the pelvic floor muscles, especially at the top of the movement. Breathe in, exhale as we lower down, one vertebra at a time, muscles. Right, so let's working on those principles of engaging all of those small multifidus muscles of the spine. Let's breathe in. Excellent. Exhale, peel one vertebra at a time off the mat. Press upwards, engage pelvic floor. Keep the palms pressed down on the floor as well as the shoulder blades. There's small stabilizing muscles in those areas as well. Breathe in at the top, exhale slowly down. Great. Alright, so having done that, you should have felt that while the rectus abdominis and the glute max were doing quite a bit of work, together with the hamstrings as well, possibly large prime movers in other words, you felt that the internal stabilizers were keeping your spine nice and stable while it was being moved. Right? Flex and extended, flex and extended. Flex means you curl in, extend means you straighten. Okay, so keeping that in mind, we're now going to do leg changes. So let's point the toes to the ground. As you do that, do you notice how your glutes already engage?
Yes.
Excellent. So keep the pelvic floor muscles as well as the glutes engaged. We're going to exhale up with the right leg, breathe in down. Exhale up and breathe in down. Keeping your spine imprinted into the mat. In other words, every single vertebrae is kept flat on the mat. So now we're really working those internal stabilizers, aren't we?
Yes.
Now this illustrates the dissociation principle on the left leg as we carry on. Breathing down, exhale up, using the muscles on the front. Breathing down, using the glutes back. So the principle of dissociation is this. we have movement, isolated movement in the leg, and that is governed by prime movers, but also it's facilitated by stabilizers. The stabilizers are keeping the rest of the body stable while this leg moves. So this is dissociated from stability, mobility. Right. So you will find that in a lot of this workout and in a lot of Pilates exercises, we have that principle at play. Right, so let's do both legs together. Exhale up. This we call tabletop position, where your tibia both are parallel to the floor and both of your femurs, your thighs, are vertical, 90 degrees, 90-degree angle. Right, breathe down. Exhale up. Breathe down. Exhale up. Still keeping the shoulder blades pinned to the mat. Breathe down. One more. Exhale up. Excellent. All right. Now, we're going to go side to side. So let's extend the arms out to the side. Again, keep your shoulder blades pressed down, palms pressed down. Breathe in as we prepare for the movement. Exhale as you roll the legs just 30 degrees to the right. Breathe in up. Exhale down to the left, 30 degrees. Breathe in up. Keeping your spine absolutely straight. So you've seen a chicken on a skewer. Right. Not that we're like that, but we're going to imagine that that is how we keep the spine straight line on a skewer, and we're going to roll side to side. So let's again breathe in to prepare. Exhale as you roll out to the right just a little bit. Breathe in up. Exhale out to the left. Breathe in up. That's good. Out to the right. Breathe in up and out to the left. Meanwhile, you're looking straight upwards because we also want to avoid rolling again. Awesome. Shall we combine the two movements? So we're going to do the double leg lift. So let's lower the legs, breathing in. Exhale up to the top. Good. Breathe in. All the way down to the right. Exhale up. Breathe in down to the left. Exhale up. Breathe in down to the bottom. Tap the toes. Keep your spine imprinted on the mat. It's tempting to allow the lumbar vertebrae to just kind of lift off and hollow out, but let's try not to. Right, exhale up, breathe down to the right, exhale up to center, breathing down to the left, exhale up, breathing down, and rest. Well done. Right, from here we're going to go into a chest lift. So I'd like you to take your hands behind your head, just lightly cradle your head, elbows out to the side, and from here, breathing in, expanding the ribs out to the side. We're going to exhale up, lifting the shoulder blades just off the mat. Chin tuck nicely into the chest, not forcibly, and looking down towards your navel. Then we're going to breathe in back slowly. Keep the glutes and pelvic floor muscles tight. Exhale up and breathe in back. Remember, blow up that beach ball or balloon. Breathe in back and breathe in back. Right, now let's include a rotation. So just like we did with the supine spinal twist, we allowed rotation of the spine to 30 to 60 degrees. We'll do the same with the upper body. So breathe in to prepare for the movement. Remember the imprinting of the spine, especially at this point. Exhale up, breathe in down to the right. Exhale up, down to the left. Exhale up, and breathe in as you lower your torso back to the ground. Fantastic, let's do that again. So breathe in deep, ribs out to the side, exhale up, Breathe in as you rotate to the right. Breathe in, excellent, exhale up. Breathe in as we rotate left. Exhale up. And breathe in back. Wow, superb. Shall we do one more? Let's do that again. Breathe in to prepare. Exhale up. Breathe in down to the right. Looking good. And exhale up. Breathe in down to the left. Exhale up. Shoulder blades are just off the mat. And breathe in down. And relax. That was excellent. Well done.
That was great.
Did you feel it not only in the superficial muscles, but in the deeper supported muscles? Excellent. Right, now we're going to do leg stretches. So let's take the right leg, cup it in both hands like this, tabletop position. Good. And then we'll extend the left leg straight out so that the right foot almost touches the inside of the left knee. Again, your head is lifted, much like with the chest lift. Shoulder blades just touching the mat. And we're going to pump the legs, stretching them out. So breathe in and then exhale as you draw the left knee towards you. Breathe in and exhale. Excellent. Very good. Keep the glutes, pelvic floor, abdominal muscles tight as we interchange legs. Great. Those are called single leg stretches. You did really well. Let's do the same with both legs together. Right, so just like we did with the leg changes, where we did individual legs and then both together, the same will apply here. Let's keep the spine nicely imprinted in the mat. From here, we're going to breathe in and stretch the arms back and the legs out. Then exhale up, keeping stability in the spine while we have mobility into the shoulders. Excellent, and the legs. Breathing is good. And well done. Relax down to the floor. Take your arms down the side of your hips, just like we did in the beginning with that pelvic curl. We're again going to work into the posterior chain back, and we're going to do what we call shoulder bridge prep. So let's press the hips up. Just like with single leg changes, the toes will be pressed into the mat on the right foot. Breathe in to prepare, keeping a straight line from your knees through your hips to your shoulders, shoulder blades on the mat. Exhale as you bring the right leg up. Breathe in as we tap the toes. Excellent. Exhale up using the abdominals and the obliques. Breathe in using the glutes on the right. Are you feeling those muscles working in?
Yeah.
Again, the principle of dissociation. Everything is perfectly still as just the right leg moves up and on the exhalation and down on the inhalation. Well done. Let's press the right heel into the ground. Toes tapped into the floor on the left leg. Excellent. Keep the bridge. Exhale up on the left. Breathing down. Again, exhale up. Breathing down. Exhale up. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good. And let's rest. And shall we relax for a little bit?
That was good.
Excellent. So if you like, we can sit up. Superb. I think you did really well there.
That's fantastic.
Now, we're going to work into the midsection again. We're going to keep the legs stabilized, and how we're going to do that. Again, the internal supportive system. From the glutes, the pelvic floor muscles, which is a large group of muscles that sit right underneath the bottom of the pelvis, they need to be tight. the abdominals, the transverse abdominis, wraps around your midsection and just above your hips like a corset. Or you know those weight training belts that you see people train, much like that. So I'd like you to sit up nice and tall, heels, back of the knee is kind of, it's slightly flexed, and glutes pressed down on the mat. Excellent. So we're going to sit up with the arms like this. Good. And all we're going to do is exhale as we reach forward in a C curvature of the spine. So imagine that you're a tree, okay? And you're being bent forwards, and now you're straightening up as you breathe. Exhale through the mouth. Breathe in the eyes. Exhale forward. So we're doing a seated spinal stretch. Exhale forward. Feel those vertebrae curling forwards as the multifidus muscles are being stretched out. The spine erectors, which lie on top of them, stretched out, contracted as we breathe in. Awesome. Now let's extend our arms out to the side. Great. I'm going to move back just a little bit to the side. Right, so from here, all we're going to do is we're going to twist, exhaling about 30 to 60 degrees maximum, and then breathe in and turn to the right. Exhale, breathe in back to facing your feet. Keep your chin up, keep your gaze forward, palms are forward. Right, let's do that out to the left-hand side. Breathe in to prepare. Back to center, to the right. Good. Right, now let's pulse it. So we'll do 3 out to the left, return 3 to the right. Back center to the right. Just small 5-degree pulses. Excellent. Back center to the left. 1, 2, 3. To the right without letting the legs move. 1, 2, 3, and back. Now let's put the spinal stretch and the spinal twist together, and we're going to do the saw. So from here again, keeping the legs nice and still. Breathe in, exhale, and stretch down through the back of the hand, touching the outside of the little toe on the left. Perfect. Breathe in up, turn right, exhale out to the right side. Breathe in up. Superb. Exhale out to the left and down. Breathe in up. Excellent. Exhale out to the right and up. Great. And relax. Good. We're going to do one more before we have a break.
Okay.
So we're going to do the roll up. So in order to do the roll up, we're going to need to roll back.
Okay.
So I'd like you to start at the end position, and then we're going to slowly roll down eccentrically, working through the abdominals. So they'll be stretching out as we lie back. Good. Now as you breathe in, allow your lumbar vertebrae to lift off the mat. This is what we call neutral spine. Neutral spine here. Breathe in to prepare for the movement, and then engage the glutes, the pelvic floor muscles, the transverse abdominis, the rectus abdominis, and the obliques, and begin to lift your head up. That's it. Exhaling up, hip flexors. Good. All the way forward, rounding the back into C curvature. Remember, spinal twist. Breathe and back. Draw the shoulder blades back. So a nice, good, straight vertical alignment in the spine. And then begin to exhale down and relax to neutral spine position at the bottom. Breathe in, expanding the ribs to the side. Exhale up. Breathe in. Good. Exhale down. Breathe in. Long, slow exhalation out. Breathe in. Long, slow exhalation down. Great. Now, I think you did really well with that one.
Yeah.
And
My legs did lift up when I was going up.
yeah, you anchored them well. So I think let's try one more. We're
Okay.
going to do single leg circles. So let's extend the arms out to the side just for better balance. And we're going to work on the right leg. So engage the pelvic floor muscles, point the toes to the right, press the left heel down into the mat. So we have stability, dissociation again. So the right leg, as we exhale after inhaling to prepare, will sweep up like stirring a spoon through syrup, and then down, exhale, breathe in, sweep up, breathe in, exhale, breathe in, nothing else moves, exhale up, breathe in, right, let's change direction, counterclockwise, exhale up, breathe in down, cross the center line, exhale up, breathe in down. So it's relatively quick and slow, quick and slow, keeping the pelvis flat on the ground. Right, that was great. Did you feel that the back of the pelvis, the posterior part, was flat on the mat all the time? Good. Right, let's do the same working on the left leg, right heel pressed in the mat. Breathe in to prepare. So we're going to sweep that leg all the way up. Exhale, good. Right, breathe in. Three is good. Let's go three on the other direction, clockwise. Good, and rest. Superb.
That's great.
You did really well. May we do one more?
Yes.
I love it. So, we're going to, having done the spinal stretches, we're going to do what we call hamstring pulls. Let's keep the legs straight like this, and we're going to, lifting the head up, engaging into the abdominals. Excellent. We're going to raise the right leg, grasp the lower leg with your hands, and allow a pull in towards your chest. That's excellent. And then breathe in down. And let's work on the left. Exhale up and breathe in down. Feel stretch into the back of the leg. Keep your gaze vertical. Keep the abdominals engaged. And use all of the internal stabilizer muscles to prevent your body rolling side to side. Right, now let's try a more challenging version. We're going to take our hands, lightly cradle the head, keeping your head up. Right leg, left leg just off the floor. Exhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe in. Resist the tendency to roll to the side. Great, that's looking good. If we can get a 90-degree angle between the legs, excellent. Flay your elbows out to the side. Breathe in, exhale, breathe in, exhale. Good, and let's rest. Knees slightly bent, feet on the ground. Good, arms out to the side, doing really, really well. So obviously you don't need a rest at the moment, which is good, it means we can carry on.
Yes.
So now let's do the shoulder bridge. We've done the shoulder bridge prep. So here we're going to again extend the arms downwards, the shoulder blades pressed into the ground. Again we take the hips up and engaging the glutes, pelvic floor, keep the straight line, but this time we're going to straighten that right leg. And we're going to exhale up. So a good thing we did that hamstring pull first, isn't it?
Yes.
Exhale up, breathe back, good. Exhale up, breathing back. Let's do one more. And bending the right knee, press the right heel into the ground, straighten the left leg out. Let's do 4 of these. Superb, one more. Good, and rest slowly down to mat. Perfect.
That's great.
That was a good one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Right, so the sequencing of the exercises is also very important. So notice how we did the spinal stretches and then the hamstring stretch before we did all of these.
Yes.
Right, having done all of those, I mean, this is a good opportunity for us to do the 100. So this is kind of the signature Pilates mat exercise.
Okay.
We're going to extend the legs, that means straight and then upward. They don't have to be vertical, they can be at a slight angle. And in fact, you're going to find it just a little more challenging when you lower them down to keep your lumbar vertebrae imprinted in the mat.
Okay.
Right, so with the 100, we are actually going to do 100 what we call percussive beats with the arms.
Okay.
And we're going to tie in the breath with the beats of the arms. So let's do on the up, so breathe in to prepare. So you lift up a bit, your shoulder blades will lift off the mat, and we're going to exhale 5. And then we lower down so the corners of the shoulder blades touch the mat, and we pump 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10. So we're going to do 100 more, another 90. Right, breathing up. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 20 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 40. And for our purposes, 4, 5. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, done. Just keep your head up there. That's great. 50 is good.
That was fantastic.
Right. So we felt a bit of tension in the hip flexors.
Yeah.
So let's do the roll over so we can release that tension. So the arms will be down here at the side. And all we're going to do here is pressing the palms down, breathe in to prepare. Excellent. I like you to straighten the legs up. And we're going to exhale as we roll, open the legs out, over, and breathe them back to them. Perfect. Imprinted. Good. Head is back. Exhale up. Stretch the legs back. Straight. Open. Bring them together. Breathe in. Superb. Exhale back up. Release into the hip flexors. Good. And let's stop there. Take the hands behind the head. And let's do the bicycle crisscross. So much like we did with those leg stretches. Good. So instead of pumping the legs now, we're going to do much the same, but we're going to twist. That's it. Rotate and chest lift. Breathe in, exhale, twist left. Yes, looking good. Extend those legs up at about 60 degrees. Prevent your spine from rolling. That's it, excellent. So it will rotate a little bit, but not a lot. And certainly no lateral movement in the spine. And let's rest. And relax. And that was excellent. Now I think you need a break.
Yeah.
Before we move on.
Yes.
So let's roll up. Sit up nice and tall. Superb. So we left off before our break in a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to reassume that position now as we do seated double leg circles.
Okay.
So let's give each other some space. Extend your legs out. Take your hands back just behind your hips and just a little wider than your hips. So you can have balance as you lift your legs up. Point your toes. Yes. Right. Pin your fingers down. Relax in the shoulders. Throw the focus in the midsection. Breathe in up as we circle the legs. Exhale down and up. Great. Now let's change direction. Breathe in down. Exhale up.
Oh, I can't do this one. Sorry.
No, don't worry. Is that hurting your hips?
It's hitting my hips, yeah.
Right, so they put quite a bit of load in the hips.
Yeah.
To de-emphasize that, we want to throw even more focus into the abdominals and the lower back. But if it's hurting you now, and as we discussed, it may be your hip flexors,
Yes.
we're going to leave that one.
Okay.
Let's instead lie. So I'd like you to roll onto your left-hand side.
Okay.
I'll work on my right-hand side. So we're going to do a side lying double leg lift.
Okay.
So I'd like you to extend your body up. If anything, your body may form the shape of a straight banana.
Okay.
Right, so the hips are 90 degrees vertical, the legs are stacked. You need to take the left hand just in front of your right hand, lie down onto your left arm, breathe in to prepare, and you're going to lift the legs up together and then breathe in down. Good, and again, and rest. Right, how did that feel?
That's good. I like
Right,
that.
if you like that one, the next one's going to be even better. So, we're going to stay lying on our side. We're going to rest the left here on the left hand. Good, and just for greater stability, we're going to keep that right arm supportive of body, preventing rolling. We're going to raise that right leg. Good, breathe in back and exhale forward. Breathe in back, exhale forward. Again, the principle of dissociation. Try not to move anything but the leg. Exhale, breathe in, exhale, breathe in. Good. When you feel that you're comfortable, pin that leg down. Good. Take your right hand up. Good. And we're going to exhale forward and back.
Wow.
Right. Now let's get better on that. That's it. Excellent. More challenging, isn't it?
Yes.
So we want to ideally not roll at all. So just the leg swings, the other leg is pressed downward into the mat, and you'll find that we get better and better as we do the movement. Breathe in back, exhale forward, breathe in back, exhale forward. Do you notice how you learn the movement better?
Yes.
You start to recruit more and more stabilizing muscles.
Mm.
So you become more stable. Well done. You did that really, really well.
Thank you.
Right, so let's go on to our back again. Good. So that was really, I thought you did that well. Right, so in this position, we're going to do another roller. So we'll stretch those arms back behind us. Good. And we're going to exhale up. Great. And then breathe in back, taking the arms all the way back. So because we've extended the length of the body by reaching the arms back, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. Pinning those legs down as best you can. Now the way to do that is to engage the glutes and use them with the hamstrings to press down to counterbalance the tendency of your legs to lift.
Okay.
All right. So I've thrown a few challenges at you so far, and you've done really well. When we reach back, it's fine. Allow your lumbar vertebrae to lift into neutral spine. And by all means, if you want to, you can imprint and keep it like that, which is a slightly more advanced move.
Yes.
Right, breathe in to prepare. Print. If you feel you're able to, exhale up. So, well done. The principle that I wanted to get to you was, it's not cast in concrete exactly how you do it. We want to try and keep these movements really precise, but if you need to adjust it downwardly, in other words, regress the movement or relax a little bit, that's fine, as long as you feel it working for you. Excellent. Right, so now let's again stay in a supine position with the arms back, and we're going to press the hips up. This is called the back support. And we're going to exhale up the left leg, Breathe in, exhale with the right. Breathe in, exhale with the left. Good. Exhale with the right. One more on the left. Exhale up. Good. And on the right. And rest. Wow. That was really
That's
good.
good.
Okay. So now I'd like us to do a movement where, shall we take the hands to the side? Let's turn the feet out. Let's assume a front position. Good. And now from here, I'd like you to just turn the feet forwards, roll on the spine as though you're rolling up against a wall. Breathe in. Bring the feet closer together, turn them out. Right. So this is how we stand with good posture. I'd like you to imagine you're dropping your plumb line from the top of your head all the way down, and then from here we're going to curl, rounding the back, peeling one vertebra at a time off the mat, off the wall behind us. Walk the legs, walk the arms out forward. Excellent. Do a push-up. Perfect. Walk back. Excellent. One vertebra at a time. Unpeel back against the wall. Breathe in. Exhale. One vertebra at a time. Peeling off the imaginary wall behind you. Walk forwards. Do your push-up. Right. Now this is the front support. So we did the back support. So here front support, leg pulls. We're going to exhale, lifting the right leg. Breathing down, exhale, lifting the left leg. Good. Do you feel how you're activating, as we did with the front support, with the back pull, we're going to activate the glutes and the hamstrings. Breathe in, exhale up. It doesn't matter which leg you're on, it's all good. Exhale up and down. Tremendous. Let's assume a kneeling position. Right, so we're going to do the cat stretch. So we're going to breathe in, sag the spine deep downwards, accentuate the hollow of the spine. And then exhale, accentuate the curvature of the spine. So from concave spine with the head up. Do you notice how the movements of your head determines the spinal movement? To head down, convex. Great. Now let's take on a neutral spine position, and we will do the extended cat. It's often called the bird dog. So keeping the shoulders vertically above the hands, knees vertically below the hips. We're going to bring the right elbow to the left knee, keeping your back nice and stable. Good. Breathe in as we stretch. Exhale as we bring the elbow to the knee. Then exhale. Everything else is stable. Just the right arm and the left leg move. Exhale back down and rest. Well done. Let's do that again. So now we're going to work the left arm and the right leg. Breathe in back. Exhale forward. Breathe in back. Exhale forward. Breathe in. One more. Superb. Right, staying in this position, let's do side bend. So again, let's face each other. Let's work off the left arm. Good. Off the right arm in your case. Reach your left arm up nice and high. Lower that right hip down to the mat. Good. Breathing up and we'll twist. Exhaling. Breathing up. Exhale down. Breathing up. Exhale. Twist. Breathing up. Excellent. Exhale down. Breathing up. Exhale. Twist. Breathing up. Superb. Right. Let's bring that right knee to the ground here. We're going to stay on the right arm. We're going to raise that left leg up. We're going to take the left hand behind the head. And just like we did lying down, we're going to do leg swings. Breathe in back, exhale forward. Minimal movement in the body, just in the leg. Exhale, breathe in, good. And in. Wow.
That was good.
That was really good. So we should really do the
Yes.
same on the other side. So let's do exactly that. So over to the side. Good. So you're going to take the right leg over. Excellent. That's it. So the right arm's up, down, up, exhale, breathe in, exhale down, breathe up, exhale twist, breathe in, exhale down, nice, breathe in up, exhale, breathe in, good, right, so onto that left knee, raising the right leg up, taking the right hand just behind the neck, that's good, punch your elbow up, breathe in to prepare, exhale forward, breathe in back. Good, let's look up through that right elbow at the ceiling. Engage the glutes on the left side, abs, glutes on the right. And kneeling position. Wow, so we're pretty much at where we started, and you did really well.
That was fantastic.
Did you feel that you used the internal stabilizers
Absolutely.
as well as obviously the external peripheral mobilizers?
Definitely.
Excellent.
I felt like I used other muscles as well.
Good. So often when people say they used muscles they never knew they had, it refers to those deep inner line
Yes.
stabilizing muscles. So
Absolutely.
you use them. I could see that you used them well, correctly. Your movements were very precise, and I thought that in terms of a good Pilates mat workout, you gathered the concept.
Yes, definitely.
Well done.
Definitely.
Give me a 5. Good, and we kicked up hands.
Yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.